I'll be dimensioning this auxiliary view, which is view A. I've rotated around 45 degrees. It's derived from that arrow, arrow A. So I've added an axis of symmetry around this item, this view, in order to be able to dimension the positions in particular of this little slot. So before I can actually dimension this view at all, I need to establish what the position is of that line, which in this view is this point just here. So let me see if I can magnify that. It's that one there. So let's get a smart dimension going, and I just need to wait for that point to highlight. All right, so that's actually not quite accurate, but it's good enough for now. And then the angle between these two, 45 degrees. All right, so that'll tell whoever's looking at the drawing that you start at 9.9 millimeters away from the lift edge and you rotate, you get a 45-degree angle. So this is at 45 degrees, so let's get some dimensions going so we can use the baseline dimension to go from that edge to the middle of that arc to that point. I'm not going to dimension the second position. I'm going to make that a size dimension. Hold the shift button down just to get this overall size. Let's drag that out the way, and then next thing we'll do is use a smart dimension to go from the baseline to that circle. Now this is one of the few instances where you ever dimension from an axis of symmetry. Otherwise you would go across the axis of symmetry, so to get that width and this width we go across the axis. And then lastly, just let's have a look at what the overall size is of this slot. It is 12 millimeters, and if you compare that with the top view, you'll see that this is much smaller. So that's why you need the auxiliary view, so that everything is flat on to you and you have the true dimensions.